my name is Ruth Ovema, and I am excited to take you on the journey of Tutu's Bible stories. I created Tutu's Bible stories as I wanted to bring together two very important parts of my heritage in making something both beautiful and meaningful. The first part comes from a Nigerian heritage where storytelling has always been a powerful way to pass down positive moral values. You see, back then in the villages, there were designated storytellers, and in the evenings, children would gather in the shade of the trees to listen to tales and folklore. The storyteller would begin by calling out, "Story, story!" And the children would respond, "Story!" And then he'd say, "Once upon a time!" And they would reply, "Time, time!" It was beautiful. But these stories weren't just for entertainment, they were lessons for life. They helped build character. So we had stories like the turtle and the hare, the greedy lion, and so much more. The animals in these stories always carried meaning. The turtle symbolized wisdom, the lion symbolized strength, the elephant patience. Each one had its own lesson to teach. The second part of my inspiration comes from my Christian heritage. Growing up, I had so many beautifully illustrated Bible storybooks. My mother made sure of it. So I had David and Goliath, I had the miracles of Jesus, Samson and Delilah, and many more. These stories shaped my faith and fired up my imagination. And when I brought these two traditions together, Tutu's Bible Stories was born. In these stories, the children, Lulu and Eze, face everyday challenges, much like children their age. And then Tutu the turtle, who's like an imaginary friend, kind of like Barney the dinosaur, appears to connect their situation to a Bible story. I chose a turtle because in African folklore, turtles represent wisdom. The first series of Tutu's Bible stories is titled God's Big Love. It has three books in the series, and the first book starts with Lulu's floppy hat. In the first story of Lulu's floppy hat, Lulu loses her favorite hat but refuses to give up until she finds it. And even though she already has 100 hats, Tutu then tells her the story of the woman with the lost coin, showing that each of us is important and valuable to God. In the second storybook, Eze and Lulu's big mistake, the children make a mistake and run away from home. Tutu appears and shares the story of the prodigal son, teaching about God's love and forgiveness. I really wanted to capture the heart of a loving God, a father who welcomes us back no matter how far we've gone. And in the third storybook, Eze does not like dogs. We see Aze's fear and dislike for dogs. He says they smell, they shed their hair everywhere, and they're quite noisy. But when he and Lulu find a dog that has been run over by a car, Eze refuses to help. And then Tutu tells them the story of the Good Samaritan, helping them to understand compassion, kindness, and love for those who may be different from us. There's so much to learn from Tutu's Bible stories, the lessons on prejudice, self worth, and the importance of helping others. In today's culture, where these principles are slowly eroding, these books offer a way to educate children about the relevance of these values. Just as African folklore used storytelling to pass down positive traditions, I hope Tutu's Bible stories will pass down biblical principles like empathy, kindness, self worth, forgiveness, love, and so much more. When you read them with your children, I would dearly encourage you to talk about the main themes. Use these storybooks as a means to ignite a love for the Bible in your children. To find out more, go to www.tutusbiblestories.com where you can have a look at all the stories as well as purchase any of the books. Thank you for listening, and I hope your children will have a wonderful time learning Bible stories with Tutu.